hey guys, you want to see Erza own a motherfucker down? It's just like, listen here, Minerva, I'm tired of your shit. Boom! That's what you fucking get if you disrespect the Erz. I mean, she was just fucking trying to cheer her up and just trying to, like, stop the fight, saying, I haven't got time for you, none of this bullshit. And guess what? Erza fucking gives her the good old righty and just knocks the bitch down. So we get to see, like, honestly, like, most of this, I believe it wasn't even until, like, more the halfway point or a little bit later on from there that we actually even saw the Erza versus Minerva fight. So it really wasn't a full episode dedicated to them. Actually, it was a lot, like, we got to see, you know, Julia going against Keith. We saw Natsu as well going against Tempesta. Like, we got, like, Gargiel with a bit of Torafusa there. And it's like, honestly, it was a kind of like interesting fight, just seeing like all of them clash down. It was like, I honestly liked the whole bit where it was like the whole Tempest was going around. It was knocking everyone in the air, and just Gargiel was walking for a complete fucking steal, like a badass, and just like, yeah, you want to go? You really think you're gonna stop this Iron Man here? And he just punches him, but then Torafusa comes down with the old right and just stops him. It's like, I honestly kind of like that in the match. Like, they were all having a little bit of the clash, and then Gray as well. He was going to go clash down with Silver, but Silver immediately took him away, since it's like, oh, there's some suspect stuff with them. I mean, it's kind of obvious right about now. If honestly, if you've got a bit of like common sense in you, you kind of know who that is, even without spoiling anything. I think you kind of could like predict what exactly he is to Gray, and obviously having the same smell, and even Gargiel noticing that, and it's like, come on, we know who that is already. But, you know, hey, they're going to give us another episode for those people, like, in case they're a little bit slow to kind of catch on with that. But it's like, it's kind of looking a little bit obvious there who that was. And one thing I liked is, like, when we got to the Erza and the Minerva fight, I will say as well, just throughout the episode, I definitely noticed it during that fight as well, animation was going a little bit slow, and it was going to be, wasn't too, like, great this week, I will say that much, but I understand that because we just had an amazing episode of the Celestial Spirit King, and like also as well like Mardgear having an amazing fight, so I can understand it was a little bit slow, but it's like definitely, you know, it's like they just did a couple of frames like to do like the kick and stuff, and it was like it didn't really look too well, and I kind of like that what they did instead to kind of make up for this is that they actually had like Minerva, they added some in-canon filler to it, and I know a lot of people were bitching about that last time, and so like when I said that about the whole thing about, you know, like the reaction on stage, like, oh, that is like, you know, canon, like, you know, they said he wanted to add it. It's like, it's still filler, it can still be in-canon filler though. That's one thing that people are. But I did like, they did add some bits to it. There was already some stuff there that they saw, like there was actually like, I think the bit like leaving her in the woods and stuff, that was all canon there. But it's like having a little bit of like her like going against that one dude that was kind of good from Sabretooth, and it's like, it kind of fleshed her more out in the fight and just show how fucking ruthless her father, like the leader of Sabretooth, was, that throwing her daughter out and just like trying to get her to kill someone, throwing her out in the fucking wild to get attacked by bears, like, you ain't coming back until you dry out those tears. It's like this heartless bastard. It's like, and no wonder like Minerva was such a bitch like throughout the entirety of, like, you know, the Grand Magic Games, because she never had a real father with her. Never got to explain what happened to the mother, but I'm pretty sure when you've like wanted to be with this fucker, you didn't want to be at all with like this like asshole of the fucking guy. She either fucking like passed away because she probably couldn't deal with this bullshit, or just even fucking left his ass after the kid. It's like, no one wants to deal with that asshole, the fucking father. It's like, oh, the weak are fucking dying, so like that, you don't belong in Sabretooth if you're weak like that. And just, what a fucking asshole. Like, motherfucker needs to burn in a ditch. It's like, he treats people like shit. He tried to kill the fucking cats, which he got his fucking comeuppance to that by like getting completely wrecked by Sting. And it's just like, honestly, fuck you. That's all I can say. And honestly, Erza, she just knocked it down, saying, oh, like, my fist is crying for you, like, because, you know, saying it's weak to show tears and stuff. And honestly, that wasn't the moment of Erza I was referring to, of like a bad moment with her. I'm actually shocked, because I thought it was around about there. Might be a little bit later on, maybe a couple episodes ahead, but like I said, like I remember having issues with that in the manga with that moment as well, like, oh my god, it's so fucking cheesy. It's so, I didn't have that issue too much with it in the anime, because I don't know, maybe it like works more well in the anime as like her talking about it, like maybe it made sense more. But then as well, you know, when we do read the manga, it's like maybe the translation's not all full self, so, you know, it could depend on that. But if that's just me, or I'm just being a picky bitch, and maybe over time I just got more accustomed to it. And honestly, I did like how, like, at the end you saw Mardigear approaching, saying, look at this fucking trash here. Honestly, that whole little spell that the Celestial Spirit King put on him didn't stop him for long, as he managed to break out pretty quickly, trying to take out Erza and Minerva at the same time, and just out of nowhere, Sting and Ro come back. And Erza said that there are people, you know, wanted to see you back home, and it was those two saying, well, my lady, like, are you safe like that? Are you seeing Sting? Honestly, I do like what Ro's going for with the scar and everything, and like the whole, like, so you can't like that. I do like what he's going for. It's a pretty sick design for him, and Sting hasn't really changed too much, but it's like, yeah, I mean, they're an addition of, like, the Grand Magic games. Personally, like, a lot of people don't like the characters that were in there, but Sting and Rogue are alright. Like, I think they're pretty decent characters to be on there, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'm kind of looking forward to it as well. I think either next week or the week after, we should be getting a new opening for Fairy Tail as well. I believe it's not next week, it should be the week after, but I can't remember exactly. I'm more looking forward to a new ending, because I'm sorry, I really don't like that ending in Fairy Tail. It just feels very plain, very missable, even just the visuals as well. It's just honestly nothing there. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's kind of the shame with the opening. I've really liked the opening, but then again, like, pretty much every Fairy Tail opening is amazing, so I cannot wait for the next opening. But honestly, I did have issues with the episodes, like with the animation definitely was a whole point. I mean, the whole thing with, like, Wendy as well with the 2000 faces, that was a really good moment in the episode. I did enjoy that, her cutting her hair, showing a lot of development with her. And also as well, like, showing that one motherfucker, like, that little frog mouth guy is still alive. Like, that was kind of funny that he's on Happy's head like a mushroom. Kind of reminded me of the filler episode that they had with the mushrooms. That it was, like, kind of like one of the early episodes that was kind of funny. And, you know, it was, it was enjoyable. It was, like, a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed it. But overall, I feel like there were some issues with the episode. I definitely felt like the pacing at some points were a little bit, and the fight, it could have been better. Maybe it might be fixed in the Blu-rays, something like the animation, but it just felt a little bit slow and just a little bit like, not a lot of movement at that certain point. But overall, I did think it was a fine episode, so I would give it to at least like a 6 to like a 5.5. I wish we kind of focused more on the whole, like, maybe Wendy taking down the whole faces stuff, but that's definitely showing that, yeah, Face is got a bit of the problem right now with the 2000 of them, since, you know, there was a bit of the time lag, so that's why one face came out, and now they've got to try and deactivate, like, 2,000 faces, so that's kind of intimidating. But yeah, I felt like I should have liked this episode a little bit more, but honestly, it's like there was a few hiccups here and there, and I'm really looking forward to next week's one, and hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe a new one, maybe, but we'll have to wait and see. But that's all from me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.